This video series is really intended for biota members, but I thought I would make them public so people who are interested in soil and health can see what we in the biota community get up to. The soil in my garden is really horrible clay. It is dead, inert, just like Monty Python's parrot. But if I add chemical fertilizers, it can grow plants quite well. In fact, this is how much of our modern energy food is produced. Chemical industrial agriculture is a highly productive system, and we produce far more energy food than we need. But it is profitable. But the food is still dead and inert. Even the so-called fresh vegetables never had much biological life in them to start with. But by the time from harvest to when they are on our plates, any life that was there will have died. Microbes breed incredibly fast. Within 20 minutes of conception, they are at it again. On the randiest score, they put modern teenagers to shame. But by installing my biota beds, I have now converted my dead soil into a really nice living soil, full of nutrients, beneficial microbes, and with a good texture. This is important, as health really starts in the soil. We need more than energy food. We need complex chemicals, the minerals, vitamins and phytonutrients to replace our body parts as they age and wear. There is no shortage of minerals, but we need beneficial microbes in the soil so they are bioavailable to our bodies. But we also need microbes to power our gut brain, which regulates our bodies, particularly our appetite, so we eat the right amount of the right sort of food. The modern epidemic of chronic diseases stem from a diet that does not feed our gut brain, which regulates our bodies. Feeding our gut brain is one of the big issues of our time. We just can't be healthy without these beneficial microbes which originate in the soil. My aim in developing biota beds was to regenerate the soil so the plants would be natural pre- and probiotics. But, as usual, there is a snag. Moisture level is critical in breeding the beneficial microbes. We do this by partial flood and rain. But this is a bit complicated with pumps and timers, filters, flow balance, etc. We also have to get the chemistry right, incorporating enough nitrogen to get the decomposition working and ensure the needed trace minerals like magnesium, iron, zinc and selenium are there with the right pH. All this suits me fine. I'm an engineer. I understand how water moves through the soil. I was a pioneer in computational fluid flow and was recognised by the Institute of Engineers as one of Australia's top innovators. And let me be honest, to be an innovator where things are always going wrong, you need a good dose of obstinacy and perseverance. Let's face it, biota beds may be great, but they are really not for everybody. But let me tell you about Mary. She's a totally fictitious character I made up, but like they say in the pictures, based on real events, so I have to change her name from Annie to Mary. Mary is a single mum with 3 kids, living in a flat with an exorbitant rent, so she has to work 3 jobs and comes home exhausted. There's just no way that she could even think about biota beds. But she's exactly the person who needs a healthy gut. We initially get our gut biota from our mums. So if there's one section of the community that needs a healthy gut, it is mums. But everyone has to eat. So I want to develop a system which anybody, even people living in a flat with limited time or growing experience, could use. Biota beds may give us the technology of creating soil to grow plants as natural pre- and probiotics, but they are totally useless if people cannot have ready access to this technology. So this series of videos will tell the story of how to make natural pre- and probiotics readily available to people who need a healthy gut. And let's face it, that is everybody. In the coming videos, I will show the results of the many experiments I have been conducting to make the technology widely available. I will show the tri-box tower system, various versions of the classic wicking bed, the swapping box system, and different methods of seeding, such as using slurries and embedding seeds in a matrix, and also talk about the many varieties of plants which I use. Just go to my website, gbiota.com, and register so you do not miss any of these videos.